And let's start it off with the submarine stuff. Mate, can you just fill me in? Because to be honest, I haven't been quite acute to the news cycle, but there are a lot of interesting little nuggets in this one. So what's happened?
Yeah, so basically, it's happened a couple of weeks ago now, and like there were these 4 or 5 really rich people who wanted to go on a sort of submarine trek of the Titanic, and really.
So the wreckage of the Titanic.
Yeah, the wreckage. You know how James. You've probably seen documentaries James Cameron going through and going his little submarine thing and going there and looking at it and stuff, but. For some reason, they cheaped out on the actual submarine itself and the tech. It was being driven by a PlayStation 2 Logitech controller, which is...
Are you playing games or what? So someone was controlling
it with a PS2 controller, a Logitech controller. And
no, seriously, like a PlayStation?
Yeah, it was the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, there's so many things just coming out of it. Like, obviously, they went down to some depths and then they're saying that the pressure crushed them. So obviously, when you're down at that depth, you have to make sure the make of the sub. It's not even really a submarine. It's called something else, like a submergible or something.
Yeah.
It's so small, the area like where you can sit and stuff. It was 5 people, and yeah, literally the pressure of it was too much, and it just crushed, imploded.
Really? Wait, yeah. Okay, hold on. Let's just zoom back here. So, this almost kind of like is reminiscent of like what Elon and some of the guys are trying to do in terms of commercializing like a trip to the moon. You're saying that they allowed a trip to the Titanic via a submarine vessel, and they auctioned this out? Like, how did that even occur?
Yeah, but like apparently Mr. Beast was even offered a ticket.
That I saw.
Which I don't know if that's true or not, but I mean, he doesn't really tell that many lies, Mr. Beast.
Oh, why would he lie, right?
I'm not calling you out, by the way, Mr. Beast. So no one's calling anyone out on this episode. After last time, but it's just it just feels weird. Like it's $250,000 ticket.
So how many people were in?
There were 5, I believe. There were 4 adults and I think 1 teenager, maybe. I think
teenager.
Yeah. No one feels sorry for them because they're all rich, so they're like, well, whatever.
You can't mate, you can't say that.
But the memes, have you seen the memes? Like, there's so many memes.
I'm over society.
Nearly hours after this, like, there was so many memes. I was like, whoa, this is...
There was some weird stuff going on, but again, hold up. So 5 of them, $250 a pop.
Yeah.
It can tour the wreckage of the Titanic, and they imploded.
I mean,
how did it all happen?
So... It's the pressure, like I think, the depths of those seas.
For $250 a pop, you didn't tell me that they pressure tested this.
Probably not. I don't know. Well, they were using a PS2 controller, mate? So I don't know what was going on. So
what is going on?
But like scientists have sort of gone over it, and they're like, look, at that sort of, and there's videos about like reconstructions of how it would have been, like how it would have sort of imploded.
Yeah.
And they were like, scientists were like, it was so quick that they wouldn't have even felt like being dead.
Wait, so
it's like it happened like in apparently in 20 milliseconds is when, obviously, if something's happening to you, then you feel it.
Yeah,
it happened in like 10 milliseconds.
Really?
It was so quick.
So hold up, I still don't understand how they didn't QC this thing.
Yeah, I know.
Like, how is that a thing?
It's odd, especially for, and then like I've heard. I mean, we're going to go into some theories as well.
Yeah, because they had a miner there as well.
I also heard a conspiracy theory, by the way.
Shout out to Paul Habra.
Shout out to Paul Habra.
We're going to get him on. I'm going to get cancelled.
But like, I heard it was maybe a life insurance job.
From who?
And, like, it's fake. It's saying that it's fake and...
But these are like loaded people to begin with.
Well, the thing is, a lot of rich people also owe a lot. You know that.
Oh my!
But
gosh.
like, yeah, it's a sort of a fake death sort of situation. That's what I've heard, maybe, but it's.
I don't believe this.
Yeah, I mean, like at the end of the day, like whatever it is, I believe in human incompetence being the reason, the main reason, the most likely reason in these scenarios, and. Probably. It most likely was human incompetence. They didn't test it. They didn't QC test it. They didn't do anything like that, I believe. And the sad part of it is like, they died, but they didn't even get to see the Titanic as well. It was so far away, the wreckage of where they found it.
Did they have a video feed for the whole thing? Surely they did. Surely they did.
No. So that's the weird thing, right?
Just doesn't. None of this adds up.
You're seeing James Cameron go down there with like videos
Exactly.
and all this sort of stuff, and like even like isn't it like tethered to a ship above? Like, aren't they monitoring? That's why I don't understand. Like, what was this? Like, it just seemed like a bunch of people just went there and just like, let's just go down there. Yeah.
So I'm gonna pay you $250K. I'm gonna take my nephew. I mean, like a minor was involved. I'm not gonna ask any questions about QC. By the way, there's not gonna be any video feed link.
Yeah,
You're right.
It's a bit odd. Doesn't it sound a bit odd?
None of this seems to just add up very well.
It sounds a bit odd to me. Like, it just sounds very like something set up about it. And like, we even got like the amount of news coverage it got was crazy.
It was.
I was overseas at the time, and I was like, "What is going on?" Like, and I didn't have internet for a couple of days, like properly. And I was like, "What?" I'm getting internet like in like like in an hour, and like a bit here and there. But
yeah,
I was like, "Why is everyone talking about this submarine?" I don't understand. Even like Barack Obama sort of talked about it. It's like, look. Yeah, we've got this going on, yes, but then we've also got like refugee ships sinking. Like, there's much more. Like, I mean, obviously, it's very sad. Like,
it's tough. I mean, there's even a conspiracy theory. There's multitudes of it with this one, but that it was clogging the news feed. That there were other things happening during that time. Again, just none of this adds up. I also saw a video in which James Cameron claimed that he knew well before time when they announced that the search was over because they were presumed dead, that he knew. Like, I don't even know what's happening here. It's odd. Like,
the whole thing screams of just something odd, something really, I don't know, something planned.
It's not right?
Something doesn't feel right about the whole situation.
Yeah,
like there's something at play here. I don't know.
What do you think is going to happen when Elon who was the owner of Amazon,
Jeff Bezos
these bastards want to get us to the moon like ecotourism. Who you think is going to take that first plane? It better be them themselves, because I'm not. You're paying me $250K.
Zuckerberg would love if Elon took that plane.